Yo, IO.
What's up, man?
We got father, trainer, mentor, coach of the king of the welterweight, Brian Norman Sr. Right after this.
This is JJ Solomon.
This is Ray Bradshaw, Mr. IOTBA. Mr. These boys can't touch me on my worst day. This is the Spit Bucket Podcast. This your boy, Mr. IOTBA, Mr. 214, Senor Dos, on the Senor Dos, say, Mr. Undeniable, Mr. These boy can't touch me on my worst day. With my dog, my partner in crime, Mr. JJ Solomon. What's popping, my guy? And guess what? This is Spit Bucket Podcast episode number 98. What's popping, my guy?
Oh, bro, I'm just excited. I think it's raining outside. You guys good weather-wise?
Oh, man, it's thunderstorming over here. You know what? You know why it's thunderstorming right there, Jay, right?
Oh, I like what you did. Why is it thunderstorming, my boy?
Because we got the father of the king of the welterweight division. And, when he come on here right now, that thunder finna be lightning. We got Brian Norman Sr. He's in the building, ladies and gentlemen.
What's up?
Hey, that was nicely done, Io. We didn't set that up. Did you hear that, Coach? Did you hear that intro?
I heard everything. I hear everything. I got you.
That's what's up, man. Hey, Corey, take over. I got to step aside real quick.
Yeah. Now, Coach, first off, we want to say, we're gonna get into the situation where we're going to talk about in a minute because we got something real special to show. Oh, there he is. Go on, get into it real quick, Jay.
Yeah, Mr. What's up, Coach? Hey, but like we said, man, thank you so much for coming back. We really appreciate you being here.
All day.
98. Look, there's a whole lot to talk about. Yeah. I know when we brought you up from the lobby, you wanted to make sure we got to this. But
absolutely. First things first.
First things first. We got a lot to look ahead, but let's take a second and look backwards a little bit. Because in January, we seen Brian Norman. February. Brian Norman Sr. come out of retirement to take on the outlaw Hackett, Greg Hackett. We had them both on the show. But dog, hey, if you want, I think you wanted to remind everybody who picked who. You remember who picked who?
Yeah, I remember who picked who. My man, I think it's going the wrong. Is it that way? Is that way I'm looking at you?
Yeah, there it is, right there.
I heard when I got on. I said, "Oh, okay." He trying me. Look, what y'all didn't know, I had a torn bicep. I got that fixed after all of that. But look who won this fight. Watch your hair get raised. Yeah, go on and cry to your mama. I'll see you later.
Congratulations on that, Coach. That shit turned out to be an exciting event, man. Talk a little bit.
Yeah, man. Hey, listen, man. It was sold out in Atlanta. Man. It was big here. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody came out. Everybody showed love. It was like I never left. Like I said, man, I always talk about the character that, my son has for being through what he's been through. He get that, from being with me. You get what I'm saying? And going through what we go through together. And it was no pressure. It was another day. Another day. That was it.
Now let me say, everybody know I picked that Philly Bull and Greg Hackett to win this fight, and I was absolutely wrong. But now, Coach, this the thing right here, and I got to give you much credit, right? Because they let you know, I give you credit all day long, but you had a lot going against you going into this fight. Being off that long. Greg Hackett, he was an active fighter, right? And that played a part, in my pick and younger. So, and this is the thing right here. This is what about, you never can look past what you think was going to happen until reality check in. And you brought back reality and showed everybody how the assassin came in and could do it these much years later on this stage in front of everybody. Because This could have been an embarrassing moment if you lost that fight, Coach.
Absolutely. It would have been horrible. It would have been horrible. I was willing to take that chance. I know myself. I know my pedigree. I know me. You know what I'm saying? If you see me in that fight, I never looked out of place. I never looked like a fish out of water. I never looked nervous from the ring walk, from you looking at me. I seen people all in comments saying, "You look nervous." He did. I seen all kind of stuff. Now, I got to say this. I got to put you up on game real quick. I ain't going to just let it go and let it go by the wayside, but I got to criticize you a little bit. You hear me out real quick. One of the reasons that you said when I got off, I heard you. One of the reasons that you said you picked him had to be the dumbest reason in the world. But let me tell you what. Let me tell you. Now, that's why I said I got to point this out to you.
Host right here, man.
Listen, I got to point this out to you. I was like, he must don't know what the hell he's talking about. It was early January. It was early January, I think we talked. Mid to early January, right? It was at least a month out, at least a month away. And I think I was 5-6 pounds away from the weight. And you was like, I mean, the fact that he older, he got to lose them 5 pounds. I'm like, bro, I'm finna lose 5 pounds tonight when I run. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, when you a fighter, let me explain something to you real quick. A fighter is different than us. Like me, I can't do it now. That's over with. That's done. I will have to get my body back into that kind of situation. But fighters, when you're well hydrated and you do what you're supposed to do, it's all water. That's why you hear about fighters losing 10, 12, 20 pounds and then they gain it right back. It's not real weight. It's water weight. It's literally all hydration. You feel what I'm saying?
Also, I'm gonna stick up. I should let him get
No, let me say this, Jay. No.
I'm gonna say this though, because we were worried, and this is a salute to you. Both of us were worried that I was picking you if you took it serious, and I don't know. I wanted to make sure this wasn't just a time to shine or whatever. You took this shit unanimous decision. You know what I mean? And I think that was the biggest question. You see a lot of these cats go and take exhibitions and all this shit, and they just don't take it. Look at Chavez's ass. Look at Chavez. He just
exactly. Look at the percentage. But look at the percentage, Coach, of fighters coming back, fighting these young guys who are active, right? Younger than them, and they're losing.
How they say real recognize real though, right? Y'all don't recognize real when you talk to them. Y'all don't feel. You can't feel the energy when I talk to you when you know, like Tupac. Tupac, no matter what you want to say, he meant everything he said when he was saying it. You can't nobody deny that. You understand what I'm saying? Real recognize real, meaning if I'm talking to you and you hear me and I'm physically coming at you with a certain type of energy, you know that man ain't playing. You get what I'm saying? Like, nah, he ain't playing. He mean that. You feel what I'm saying? I mean everything that come out of my mouth.
There's some
to your credit, you did it. You did it. 100%. You shut a lot of people up, including me.
100%. And I was going to talk about the unanimous decision. Was there ever a point in the fight where you were like, oh shit, like this is harder than I thought or whatever? It was all
no, the only thing was my question, and my question was answered very quickly, and it just made me I was unable to do what I wanted to do. Well, I was unable to stick to my game plan. So I still can't really take a punch. I said it out loud, but I got in the ring and I did it. So I didn't know if I could take a punch, because like with the headgear on, that's what was happening to me before 14 years ago when I was fighting. I would go in the ring and I'd be sparring, I'd be fighting. I'm like, damn, I'm cool. I can fight. I feel fine. You know what I'm saying? And same thing this time. Pain was a little different, like, getting hit and, certain ailments or whatever else. But my biggest concern was always, because I told you I had that situation.
Oh, shit, we lost your coach. Oh, there you go.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
My bad. It's probably going to do that again, and she probably going to call me back. But anyway, though, my biggest thing was, can I take a punch? Answer was answered quickly. No, I can't really take a punch. But I took a punch. You get what I'm saying? Nah, real talk. I can tell you, like, when certain things come across me, when you get, it's not the same. Like, I was a fighter. I was a fighter all my life. So when certain things that I felt, I was like, yeah, no, I can't take no punch. I can't get hit with nothing clean. So what I did was I took less risk I took less risk than I wanted to because I couldn't open up like I wanted to, if that makes sense. You feel what I'm saying? Like I couldn't go at him and get into an all-out firefight. I couldn't do that. I couldn't afford to do that.
Oh man, coach, you
That was
made the whole you made all us mad because I thought after this fight it was gonna be you and Tim
Nah.
Bradley set up next.
Oh, I will still do. I will still do that. I was not lying about what I said. I meant what I said. I told you if I mean if I said I
No,
meant.
coach, I'm just jobbing, coach.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
gotta wait
nah,
till
but
the fight.
Tim Bradley already said he ain't want that smoke, so I ain't even worried about it. But now I can't take a punch. I can't take a real punch for real. You know what I'm saying? So, but like he put some headgear on me, exhibition bout, I can do that. But like a real punch, 10-ounce gloves, this and that, I can't take it.
Would you get in there with Bill Haney?
Absolutely, I tried already. I asked him.
Man, I would.
Yeah, I mean, listen.
That would do if y'all opened up the card. You know what that would do to the
Listen,
card?
this what you got to understand, though, JJ. This the thing. The thing is this right here. I have enough experience, and I'm relaxed enough, and I know enough, and I believe in myself enough to do what I need to do, and that's what I did with Greg Hackett. I've been doing this for all my life, literally. You understand what I'm saying? I know enough. I know how to do what I do. I'm not in there with a 20-some-year-old guy that's gonna come with a this and that and come at. You know what I'm saying? They ain't coming fast. They coming slow because you know what I'm saying. They're not coming. They're not coming at warp speed. They coming at a speed I can deal with, a speed I can handle. You feel what I'm saying? So I can talk this trash with you right now and still talk trash to somebody else and say I can't take a punch and I'll still get in the ring with you. You know what I'm saying?
Now,
No, I'm serious.
going back to that, did you know that you were going to have to assess how you can absorb a punch, or was your plan to go in and go all out, or did you make that adjustment last minute?
I thought I was gonna be able to go in and go all out. I wondered. I wondered, but it wasn't a worry. I wondered, but it wasn't a worry. Meaning, like when I retired before, if you look at my last 6 fights, they all went a certain way. It was a worry each and every time I stepped back in the ring while that was going on because I didn't know what was wrong with me. Right. So this time it wasn't that way. Like even up to the fight, there was always a worry. I wonder, I worry. This time it was just like a thought in my brain, but I didn't care. You feel what I'm saying? Like, damn, I wonder, can I still? I hadn't had no dizzy spells. I still don't have no dizzy spells. I don't have no problems or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, well, we'll find out. We'll see. I got in there. First round, like I said, some stuff happened, and I thought, okay, yeah, no, I can't take a punch. You know what I'm saying? So I said, okay, I can't go out and do what I need to. I said, I can't go out and do what I need to do, but it was just like I told you on here. I said, listen to me. I'm good enough that no matter what, Greg Hackett can't beat me. That's what I told you. I said, no matter what, Greg Hackett can't beat me because there was other things I actually could have did that I did not do that I still could have done to win that fight, but I know I didn't need to. You understand what I'm saying?
Salute, man.
Yeah, we got to get into and leading into that. That's the reason why we got Brian Norman Jr. here today. The king of the welterweight division right now, right? Because he come from your blood.
Yeah.
He has your mind frame, and you got him built, for a tough, and you a big part of the reason. You and a lot of the people who are around him, but you mainly a big part of the reason. He in the position he in now.
Right.
Brian Norman Jr. just coming off that knockout, and I say this respectfully. I thought he killed that guy, and I say this respectfully, Coach.
Yeah.
I thought that scared me.
He can't. Yeah, he can't. I honestly didn't see all of what we're looking at right now when it happened because it happened so fast. I saw my son come forward and I saw the body lay down. I'm not trying to be funny. That's what I saw. But I was just out of excitement, and crunkness. I just saw what happened, but I didn't see what happened. You know what I mean? I didn't realize he fell on the back of his head. That's a very, very dangerous situation. I didn't realize none of that went on until leaving. He didn't wake up till they got him out the ring. They got him. They had got him out the ring. Then we heard him. He said, and then I looked to my side and I saw the back of his head. He had lifted up. You know what I'm saying? So he didn't wake up till they got him out the ring. You never see him on that stretch and move inside of the ring at all. So they didn't wake him up till he got out the ring. I didn't know how severe it was. I didn't know what was going on. I just thank God he okay. Far as I know, I think everything is back to normal now. He fine. He reached out to my son on Instagram DMs, and he told me he was cool and he appreciated the opportunity. and everything else. I heard something about him saying something crazy, like he wanted to fight again. That's just,
what? Oh man, yeah.
yeah, we ain't doing that. We ain't doing that.
Man,
So that just don't make sense. You know what I'm saying? I think that'd be a fight we can duck and won't nobody be mad at us ducking.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
you know, pick off the Japanese fan base.
And,
No,
and, I, and I want people to know this. It's not that you're supposed to be excited when you see your fighter knock somebody down. We didn't know that he was going to be down that long. So for you, I mean, yeah, after somebody down that long, then we have our thoughts and our prayers. But in the moment, you never know. So
I didn't know.
we're not
Hyped,
knocking
man.
out for that.
I was all the way live, man. I was hyped. I was all the way live.
As you're supposed to, because your son just had a devastating punch he landed and won, but nobody didn't know he was going to end up like that.
Yeah, people got to understand though. You know what though? The crazy thing about it is what you were just saying a minute ago about the blood, the pedigree, and the me, and that's what made him this way. What people got to understand is the boxing world made him this way also. Like, he became, when I go back and I watch that punch that he landed and I watch his face and I watch everything about him, and I think I even talked to y'all about watching him in the Santian fight and just watching his calmness and watching his face. It's like the seriousness that's in him is not my son that I know. You get what I'm saying? Because my son is my baby. We talking, my baby. You feel what I'm saying? So I've been knowing my son since I can show you pictures, bro. He's just a little handsome, a little funny little kid. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, baby boy, man.
He's my baby boy, right? But this guy who I'm looking at in the ring doing what he doing, and when he does it, I told him, like, bro, I want to say, do you need anything else, sir? Look, hey, I would want to address him as sir. You know what I'm saying?
No, you have to at this point. And look, he's done it so quietly, but you have to be a fool to not see the progress every fight.
Right. Yeah.
You surprised at all because he's getting to a whole nother level, man.
I'm about to tell you. That's what I'm telling you. The skill wise, no. He always had that. I've been screaming that from the start. The skill-wise, no. I was watching videos of him today, old videos of him today. He has the skill. He has always had the skills. There's not nothing people think he got slow feet. Bro, y'all gonna be so surprised. I keep trying to show people, but it is what it is. He's gonna have to be shown inside that ring, and it is what it is. There's absolutely nothing or nothing that anybody can do that he does not know how to do. Cutting the ring off, he was taught to do that when he was 9, 10 years old. You know what I'm saying? Like lateral movements, 9, 10 years old. Like we literally work drills as I'm teaching him how to punch, how to defend, and everything else. I had him circling the ring and doing drills on the side of the ring. That's 9 years old, 8, 9 years old. Like, what we talking about? So to me, the skill set, no, I'm good with the skill set. It's the intensity and the seriousness and the intentions. It's the intentions that he's doing it with, and it's the intentions that he's doing it with now that's surprising to me as his daddy, as his coach, as the one that watched him come up. That's the one that I'm like, damn, bro, where you come from? You get what I'm saying? Yeah. The skill-wise, like I said, 14, 15. Bro, I got videos. I can send y'all videos of him sleeping people. I will send you. I'm going to do that. I'm going to send you a video of him sleeping somebody. You feel what I'm saying? At 15 years old. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, no doubt. For me, from a fan's perspective, it looks like something happened in that Santian fight. Like something clicked in him, and he went from being like this nice guy to a killer.
I think it was before the Santian fight, and then that's when he showed it.
Yeah.
That's how I feel looking at it.
Yeah, something has clicked, and Brian Norman Jr. went from this fringe fighter in welterweight, and he's got potential, to now, you have Boots moving to 154, and I'm not going to sit here and call anybody a duck. I won't do that. I don't like calling professional fighters a duck, but Boots is at 154 for one reason or another. But now, Coach, we didn't even talk about it. We jumped right into Junior. We got the fight that a lot of people want, November 26th. Y'all are fighting Riyadh season, headlining a massive card. You've taken on Devin the Dream Haney. He's moving up 147, challenging your son's belt. Dog, first off, congratulations for landing that fight. Second off, how are y'all feeling about it, man? Where are we mentally, physically? How you feeling about the Haney fight?
Mentally, physically, for me, I think my son the same way, but I was kind of feeling the way with Jen Sasaki fight also. mentally for me, it feels easy because, like I just told you, like we mentally ready for whatever. So physically, I don't see anything that Devin can do that's gonna cause my son any problem. When I watch Devin, this is not overlooking my opponent. So people say, "Oh, you don't know." Ain't nobody overlooking nothing because we gonna work just like we working for a killer that we never met. You know what I'm saying? We gonna work with the same intensity. We gonna do the same. We gonna work just as hard, and we gonna leave nothing in the gym. We gonna make sure we do. We gonna take it to the ring. So looking at it physically wise, it looks easy. I gotta tell you, it looks easy. It looks very easy. It doesn't look hard at all. And that's from any standpoint you want. That's from a winning on decision points, and that's a winning on the knockout point. It don't look hard at all.
Speaking of that,
Mm.
Coach,
Mm.
this is a big moment, right? And this is a big moment that you're gonna have to either sink or swim, right? And we seen fighters when they get to this level, and I saying down here in Texas, the stars at night are big and bright, deep in the heart of Texas. I mean, the lights are flaring on you now. Brian Norman Jr. ain't never been in a big moment like this. No matter what you say of him winning the world championship, this moment is bigger than any moment he's ever been in life, right? And that's a different type of pressure, knowing this type of moment. Now, with you looking at your son, right? Can you be honest and can you tell that he know this is a bigger moment than anything else he done had thus far?
I'm always honest, and I don't think he feels that way. And I don't think it's no different than Sancheon. I don't think it's no different than Cuevas. And I don't think it's no different than we were in Japan. I don't think he feels no different. I mean, that's that's what I'm getting from him, and that's what I'm telling you. Like the calmness, the coolness. That's everything that he's been through in life built him up to this point. Again, like I just said, you just saw me. He does not care. He don't. It's not a problem.
Mm-hmm.
He's not nervous. He's not nervous. He wasn't nervous in any fight. He wasn't nervous. He's not nervous. He knows. And if you ever interview him, he's gonna tell you just like this. We're a strong believer in the man upstairs. All you can do is what you can do. All you can do is what you can do. Now, if I do what I can do and I make sure I don't leave nothing on the table, the rest of it is in God's hands. It's whatever He wants to happen is gonna happen. That's just being real with you. But you can make damn sure that we gonna do our part. We ain't gonna have to go back and look at damn we should have. No, we did everything we could have did. We made sure we thought of everything we could have thought of. We did.
Now look, one thing you have to commend the performance in Japan. Norman he looked like he did not overlook his opponent. So I'm going somewhere with this. You just said like this Haney shit looks easy, right? And about as easy as Haney can get. So you can look at Haney's last fight against Cepeda and see all the movement. You can look at his fight before that against Ryan Garcia and see how susceptible he is to, in my opinion, I haven't said it, but Brian Norman Jr. got one of the best sneaky little check left hooks in the business. So when you look at the Ryan Garcia fight, I can see how you're thinking it's easy. But then you look at the Lomachenko fight, and look, I don't care how you scored that fight. In my opinion, that's the best Devin Haney that we've seen. You saw him, there's Regis and that, but
Regis was the best Devin Haney I ever seen.
For sure. But Regis was not Loma.
Absolutely
Loma,
not.
What I mean? And what I liked about Haney is he made improvements to his game, the body work. Haney looked good. So where I'm going with this question is, how are y'all making sure y'all don't just look at the Cepeda fight and just look at the Ryan fight?
It's Ramirez, not Cepeda, but otherwise,
my bad.
Otherwise, I've looked at all of them. I've seen the best him. I've seen the worst him, and all of them look easy. I'm looking at a man fighting 5-pound little man. I'm watching him get hurt by 135-pound little man. I'm watching him crack them as hard as he can and not hurting 135-pound little man. I'm watching him run from 144-pound little man. I'm watching everything I need to see, and I'm telling you how I feel. I don't feel there's gonna be a threat at all. We're not gonna take it lightly, but I'm just telling you how I feel. Now, if it's different, then it's different, and I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna tell you, that was harder than I thought. But I'm telling you, I can only tell you how I feel. Tell you the truth.
Respect, man.
No, absolutely, and I listened to Brian Norman Jr. interview, and he know what's in front of him, but like you stated, he think he gonna knock Devin Haney out, right? Like I just seen a recent interview that he did. But with
Fight
that
Hut.
being said, Coach, no, it was on Fight Hub.
Okay.
Marcos, it was
Yeah.
on Marcos Venezuela. I can't forget, but my guy Marcos.
Yeah.
But Coach, there's been criticism about Brian Norman Jr., right? You stated earlier that his foot's too slow, right? He's never been in there with a superior boxer.
If I
Devin
send you
Haney's
something, can you put it on the screen?
Yeah.
Hold on one second.
Yeah.
no,
Yeah. We're going live. We're getting some
Coach,
live content right now.
Coach say he ain't trying to
Hey,
hit
look,
nothing.
hold on. What? Let's hit some of these comments up. We usually don't hit comments when we have a guest, but Al Money saying, "What's up, fellas?"
Money,
Yep.
Mississippi one.
Oh, Eddie saying, "Turn your audio."
Raymond, 80, what's poppin'?
How's the audio now? Black Ray Donovan, salute to the Normans, very humble. Iceman reposted the stream. Hey, Jake Donovan, what's going on, Mr.
Jake
Donovan?
Donovan.
Good stuff, fellas. Always happy to see Brian Norman Sr. get love. Remember covering the early years of his career. Always admired the way he carried himself then and in present day. Much love.
Man,
Hey,
Jake Donovan, one of the best, man. I
he's
love
one of
Jake
the
Donovan.
best in the business, dog. I have no but respect for Jake. Hey, you read that, Coach, or are you frozen? Oh, Coach left.
He'll be back in. He's trying to get us that video.
Fight's gonna be there we go. I agree, B3 picks. I am so damn excited about that damn fight, man. But look, see, Correa and I
I'm excited.
Yeah, what's
I'm
up,
excited too.
Mr. Lukey in the building.
Mr. Lukey boxing in the building.
Yeah,
no, I'm excited too, Jay.
No, here it is right here.
But I see it like Brian Norman Jr. is the favorite, and it's by a long shot. That's not the question. But fighters have bad performances, right? As in Devin Haney did, as in other fighters did, right? And sometimes we creep on them last fights they had and just forget about everything else they done. I agree. Brian Norman Jr. is the overwhelmingly favorite in this fight.
They got him as the underdog, but I love that. I love this gonna be the last time.
That can't be true. I don't know what.
No, they got him as the underdog, but I love that. I love that because it's gonna be the last time I can make some real money.
No. I think they just trying to get that to get some money to. That got to be fake news, right? Like they really got to be fake news.
I want to say they got him as the underdog. I'm almost positive they do.
No, I think Vegas, as of now, it's a small margin, but I don't think it's I think right now Haney's the favorite. Which, look, man, I want to make sure, because I can't speak for IOTBA, but I'm never going to change how I act or how I feel or who I pick because the guest is here. Look, I'm the same guy that was out on an island by myself when I said Haney was going to beat Regis' ass, but I have a feeling. Our job is to cover what the boxing scene is saying, but this is my personal opinion. This fight could be a career ender for Devin Haney. What I've seen from Brian Norman Jr., that left hook, and what I've seen from Devin Haney, and I want to put this up, Coach, because salute to your son for showing the respect. Yeah. Where Brian Norman Jr. said, even if he's gun shy or whatever, you could never fault his heart. Why does he need to fight me? I just came off the biggest knockout of my career, possibly knockout of the year. My momentum's going high. Why does he need to fight me? So no matter what, I know he got heart. And I agree with him. Haney don't need to fight your son. This is dangerous. Yeah. So I just want to throw that out there. But y'all go.
Respect to him and his pops. Somebody brought up something to me, and I said, you know what, damn. They were talking about how similar they came up or how we came up. About as far as Mexico, how he took Devin in with a spar, how he, he got him outside, he took him to all the gyms. I did the same as that thing. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I did the exact same thing. And what that does is when you see your seed, when you see the person that you mentoring, going through all of that and doing what they're doing in these different atmospheres in these different places, and you shutting gyms up and everybody on the other side cheering for everybody else, but y'all going through, stumping on shit or whatever the case may be. When you do that, like, you going to believe in your fighter. You know what I'm saying? And I think that they got to the point that that's where it is. But I also think that they know the truth. I think that they know that he has a limit, and that's why he was fighting at 135. So I think they know he has a limit, and I think that that's why they also was creeping up. That's why they was creeping up with the catch weights and everything else. But hey man, it's a grown man business now, man. We the real deal. We came in at 147 and we stand at 147 for a minute. We gonna run and rule and take over 147 and anybody coming to and through it. So I mean he stuck between a rock and a hard place. But respect to him and his pops for taking the fight, and I hope they make it to the fight in a healthy November the 22nd. Can y'all play that video I showed y'all?
Yeah, he getting it set up right now.
Yeah, because what I want to do,
what I want
to do about this video, is that this is one thing right here. And if anybody know anything about anything, y'all can try this and see how hard this is to do. And this is not just picking your feet up, moving. This is not just picking your feet up and moving. You wait till he put on what I just sent. That's all.
And that's the reason why people, respect Brian Norman Jr., right? Because he a guy who is vicious inside that ring. But he shows all the respect in the world for his opponent. Can you hear me, Coach?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Yeah, he showed all the respect in the world for Devin Haney and respect his accomplishments, what he did in the sport of boxing, right? You have a lot of guys who like to hate on people and just look past what Devin Haney has done thus far. But Brian Norman Jr. is humble as a champion, as we know him to be, and we know he a dog, and we seeing it. He get this man his credit. And I think that's how boxing should be.
Right, absolutely. He gave Jen Sasaki his credit. I mean, you got to be humble in the sport of boxing, and you got to respect all your foes, especially if they put their life on the line and they giving you an opportunity or you giving them opportunity. And when they share the ring with you, man, the fighters know that this is a brutal sport and it's an unforgiving sport, meaning like this, like mental feel. I mean, like even physical, mental ailments that don't go away, that you put yourself through and you put yourself at risk of having. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to respect that. You got to respect that out of another fighter, especially if they really giving it a valiant effort. You know what I'm saying? I never call fighters bums. The only fighters I call bums is I feel like fighters who just fight for money or, fighters who just not taking the game seriously. Outside of that, any fighter that really truly get in the ring and they really truly trying to win, you got all my respect. I don't care what your record is. You got all the respect out of me.
You got that video queued up, Jay?
Yeah, I got it up. I don't know if I left the audio, so it might mute us. But
it don't need audio. Audio is fine. I don't even want audio to play.
Huh? They call me Ali 2.0, man. Yo, say you ain't got no feet, B. They say you flat-footed, B. You flat-footed, B. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. B, you ain't got no feet. Wait a minute, man. Hold on. I gotta catch. What the fuck? Wait a minute, man. They say my boy. B, they say you flat-footed, B. You flat-footed, B. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. B, you ain't got no feet. Wait a minute, man. Hold on. I gotta catch. What the fuck? Wait a minute, man.
There it is. So y'all putting in the work and shit.
That's old. That's an old video. That's an old video. That's on my page. I just happened to look at it like, bro, like for you to see him move in a straight line in and out with your legs bent. That's why I said you gotta look at what he's doing and have to understand what he's doing. His legs are bent the whole time, so he's moving with his toes. His toes was moving that. His legs wasn't moving. His toes was doing that moving at the time. You understand what I'm saying? And the other stuff he started doing with the legs, whatever, but his toes was doing the moving there. So he wasn't even up moving or even trying to move big or side by side. Like, you gotta know what you're looking at. That's all. But hey, man, look, we excited to show the world. That's it.
Now, Coach, I got to say this. Like I say, we know Brian Norman arrived, right? And we know this is a big moment for him. And we know that you arrived, right? We know that you are top dog and trainers and fathers when it comes to, talking that talk and building up a fight. But you're going against a heavyweight now. Like, he probably the champ of dads talking that talk. So they
oh, you talking about Bill?
Yeah. Now listen. Now hold up, Coach. Now this is a big moment for you because I'm gonna be honest with you. Bill Haney know how to play mind games with the best of them. Are you ready for this big moment in Bill Haney, who you finna have to deal with, so you could take that title?
Bill Haney never been in that ring.
I don't think so.
Bill Haney never been in the ring. I'm a veteran of 31 fights. I'm a veteran of 30 plus years in boxing alone. That's from amateur to my son, training my son to numerous state championships, regional championships, and national championships. Training my son to 28-0, really 29 and 29-0 with 23 knockouts. That's really what he is. But 28-0 with 22 knockouts at the age of 24 years old. He's having his third title defense before he turns 25 years old. Bill Haney can't outcoach me. Bill Haney can't outcoach me.
It ain't just our coach. I'm talking about the mind games, coach. He gonna play with you leading up to this one.
Bill Haney can't out nothing me. I told Bill this already. Bill, you might be an alpha male, but I'm the alphaest of the alpha male. Like that's when you get two big bulls that bounce, then ain't nobody gonna break. It's gonna be some whole bunch of shit cracking, and the weakest link gonna break. And I promise you, my mind ain't the weakest link. Ain't nothing about me the weakest link, and I got the baddest weapon in the toolbox. So you feel what I'm saying? My son is the baddest weapon in boxing, and we gonna show you that.
Is there any? Because man, we seen y'all get heated on these calls. I seen y'all. I think it was a boxing voice.
Yeah, no, we ain't on none of that right now. No, we on that. Nah, he been missing. He been missing it. Yeah, he been missing since then. Yeah, we ain't gonna get personal and all of that, whatever. But on the other stuff or whatever, I mean, he can't out talk me. He can't. There's no accolades he can give me. The only thing his son was able to do was to get down to 135 and get an opportunity before we got one, because that George Kambosos win is aging like spoiled milk. The Regis win. I mean, look at what it was. Regis was a small 140. I'm not gonna down nobody. Nah, it's all good. They were all great. They were all great wins. I'm gonna leave it at that.
I came out and said Bill is brilliant for marketing the Regis fight the way they are, because they were making Regis sound like this real dangerous. And man, it doesn't take a genius to see where that fight was gonna go.
Yeah.
Real quick, shout out to B3 Picks. FanDuel has Norman Jr. as a favorite as of today. Very slight, but it's starting to happen. Norman is the favorite.
Yeah, I might need to hurry up and get my damn bet in before they start to change this shit around.
Yeah, man. As soon as people start watching, because let's be honest, Brian Norman's still building the name part of it.
Right. Yeah, don't nobody know. So when it came out, Devin Haney was gonna be the automatic favorite. I gotta hurry up and I want to go do it in Vegas. I got to get to Vegas and place a bet before they change these odds on me, because this is gonna be my last time being able to get this, because this is the last piece of the puzzle that my son needs. My son doesn't have a boxer other than Quentin Roundo, the Olympian, the Olympic team captain that he beat pretty much 10 rounds to zip. But they had a problem because it was an ugly fight, which didn't have everything to do with my son. It takes two to tango. But he did have that, but he doesn't have an elite, quote unquote, elite fight on his resume. He doesn't have an elite boxer on his resume. We can say that for sure. He doesn't have an elite name on his resume. Devin Haney fills all of those bills. He checks all of those boxes. You feel what I'm saying? He doesn't have a career-defining fight on his resume.
Yep. You there, Coach? All right, cool. Yeah. No, you're absolutely right. I mean, Haney's a huge fight for y'all, and that's why whenever you were saying this is it's easy. I'm hoping that y'all ass staying focused. Quick question though, Pacquiao Barrios, the other welterweight champ at the moment. This is crazy. Nobody saw this coming, but A, what are your thoughts on the fight? And B, is there a world where we could see Brian Norman Jr. taking on Manny Pacquiao?
Hey, I did see it coming. Everybody who knew something about anything September, October last year saw it coming. This fight was set. This fight was scheduled for last year. This fight was scheduled. It was talking about in September, October last year. The only reason it didn't happen or did not get made or it subsided was because Manny Pacquiao did a exhibition bout somewhere around that exact same time, and he looked horrible. Yeah. So that's why that fight went away. That's why Barrios played it safe and fought that guy he fought. I can't remember who it was. He fought the guy he fought with that draw.
Yeah.
That's why he was doing it. That's why he been hiding, because he knew he had that big fight lined up since last year. They was trying to find a venue to put it in because man, they got tax problems and they was trying to work it out. Like they were going to try to see if they had to put it in the Philippines, China. Like they would look for different places. So I knew everything that was going on. You laughing, but I'm dead serious.
Yeah,
I'm telling the truth. This is what was going on. So so things been going on with that since last year. And Barrios knew what he had lined up. You know what I'm saying? So no, it did not come out of nowhere for us. We tried to get the Pacquiao fight. We tried to get the
Uh-oh. There he goes.
we tried to get the Pacquiao fight, but they
I think people keep calling him. Hold up real quick.
Oh, he's famous, man.
Let's show me that damn do not disturb button is.
No, coach. It's turning up like it's big. And I know I hope coach ready for this big moment. Because Devin
my
Haney,
bad, man. My daughter called me. She keep calling me.
Coach. Now listen,
This is the beauty
it's a
of
big
being
moment. And I know you saying this easy, coach. Right, and I'm with you. I got Brian Norman winning this fight, right? But he is going up, like you said, against a boxer, coach. Somebody who can move their legs. And it has been criticism of Brian Norman Jr. I know we just seen the video of how great he looked, but it's been criticism of him out there, you not being able to handle boxers, even with his excellent record. You know the critics are going to find a way to nitpick, right? And there's some people out there who think Devin Haney boxing skills could pose problems to Brian Norman Jr. I'm telling you what some people are saying.
I know what everybody's saying. I know more than you know. Trust me. I know what they're saying. They said to me. So I'ma know.
So but how you feel about that though? Them questioning his boxing skills.
Hello. Hold on. You gotta give me 2 minutes. I'm calling you right back. Now. 2 minutes. I'm calling you right back. All right. My bad.
No, you good,
I feel there's a couple of things. I feel in disbelief that people can be such idiots. And then I have to I'm serious. I feel in disbelief that people can be so real talk. Again, man, I tell you how I feel for real. And that's why I say even about the easy, I'm just telling you how I feel. Like I can't lie to you. You want me to say, man, I think it's gonna be a hard fight. No, I don't think it's gonna be a hard fight. I don't think it is. We gon' wait. We're going to train for the best. We're going to train for a killer. We're going to do everything we got to do. But if you ask me my honest opinion, I don't see any problems whatsoever. I don't see any problems.
No, let me
finish the answer. So the answer was what you just said about how I feel about that. I don't understand how people can call themselves boxing fans and be so idiotic to say things like, what elite boxer have Brian Norman ever fought? And then they say, what elite boxer has Devin Haney ever fought? And then they say, he fought Lomachenko. He fought whoever else you want to call elite. But guess what? What elite boxer did he fight before he fought those elite boxers? None. You have to fight an elite boxer when you fight an elite boxer. You fight him when you fight him. Mm-hmm. It's simple as that. You don't fight them till you fight. You don't have to have experience. How do you have an experience against an elite boxer if you don't fight an elite boxer? How do you get them on your record and your resume if you don't get the first one? How do you get the second one if you don't get the first one? You feel what I'm saying? So I just feel like, the fuck are they talking about? He's so elite. He's faced so many. Okay, but how many people? You got to think. Leon's
Hey, come on, coach. You was a boxing fan. You don't criticize boxers before and saying Washington. Now, coach, come on now, coach.
You can't do that to me. You can't do that to me. Let me tell you why. You're absolutely wrong. You're absolutely wrong. Let me tell you why. I look at it from a different set of eyes. I look at it from a real set of eyes. You got people saying what my son can't do. That's the funniest shit in the world. How the fuck y'all gonna tell me what my son can do? How y'all gonna tell him what he can't do? Look, we saw people get in the ring and not be able to cut the ring off. You ain't never seen Brian get in the ring and not be able to cut the ring off. Now, if you see that, then you can say, yeah, he can't do that. If you see that, if you see somebody's feet so fast that they beat his feet, you can say he got slow feet. But if he's doing what's necessary to do to win a fight, and he ain't came close, he only fought 5 fights with 2 good hands. That's what people don't know. He fought against Quentin Randall with 2 good hands, Boca Chica with 2 good hands, Santillan with 2 good hands. He broke his hand with Santillan again, though. Then he came back with Cuevas. He got 2 good hands again, and he came back with Sasaka with 2 good hands. He got 5 fights on his record with 2 good hands. That's it. All the rest
So
of his
how's
fights,
his
he had
hands
bad hands.
now?
Huh?
How's his hands now, coach?
He good. He good. When he first started, I got videos. His first lot of fights, he had a bad left hand. So what he would do is he'll post him over the left hand and beat him down with the right hand.
But
Because he
see,
had. I mean, they was
but
bummed. He
see,
was bummed. He was
you see
bummed.
what you just did, right? You see
What?
what you just did, right?
What I do?
Now you done gave people stuff to run to. Oh, he only had 5 fights with 5 good hands, so now they're gonna be like, oh, Brian Norman Jr. hands are fragile.
No, ain't nothing fragile about those damn
No,
hands.
I'm just saying though
Hey,
that you
hey,
could that
hey.
could what be put out there.
I don't care about that. That's perfect. That's fine. Whatever they need to make, hey, whatever they need to make them sleep, they can sleep well at night is fine with me. It's
No, and I want to
not.
ask you this
Yeah.
because I got Brian Norman Jr. winning this fight like JJ do. You know, and this is what I want to ask you. You know, we're gonna make our predictions, and I don't want to get into how I got him winning this fight yet, but just know I got him winning, right? But if you was the dad, because you were dad too, so you understand Bill Haney. If you was in Bill Haney's shoes right now, coming off what happened to Devin Haney and him looking that gunshot, be honest, coach.
Yeah.
Would you put Brian Norman Jr. in there right now?
No. No. I thought it was a very bad move. I don't. I thought it was a very bad move. It's more so they just caught between the rock and the hard place. I'm keeping it real, which I said that a long time ago. He caught between the rock and the hard place because the boxing fans are unforgiving. Like I said a minute ago, this is the unforgiving sport. The boxing fans are unforgiving. They don't give a fuck about you. Even your fans they don't care nothing about you. You know what I'm saying?
I
They
know
don't
for sure.
they don't care if you got mental issues. They don't care if you just had a baby. They don't care if you had a car wreck. They don't care what it is. That's only gonna matter to them when it's time for it to matter to them. Other than that, it does not matter to them. You understand what I'm saying? They don't care. With that being said, I think the hype, the wanting to keep it going, and the other fans saying how good Devin is and how Ryan cheated and how that's why this and that's why that. They didn't want that Ryan rematch. I don't believe they wanted that rematch. I really don't. Why would you want a rematch with a man that just did that to you? It didn't make sense. So if you want to make logical sense, what you do is, I mean, the fact of why it happened, it happened. So all you can do is build from what happened. He really needed to go back to the drawing board, get a couple of confidence builders, confidence boosters, do what he need to do for him, and his career the right way. But you got to have that big money. You got bills when you come up that way. You got a lifestyle. You got to hold. You know what I'm saying? He's known for taking the big fights. He's known for not being scared. He's known for doing the call outs. But I think he should have stayed down at them little weights doing them call outs because he up there with the big boys now. And I really believe they made a mistake.
And then I was gonna bring this up as a question, but you bringing up all the things that are working against Devin. Also the pressure from Turkey, all this Tom and Jerry shit that he keeps talking about.
That's the rock and the hard. That's the rock and the hard place I meant to get at. That's why I said he was stuck between the rock and the hard place because now he really almost have to fight too.
Yep.
So they thinking about cutting the ring off. He really can't run. He can't do what he just did against Jose Ramirez. He can't do that. But I mean, if he does, we ready for it. But he can't do that. Turkey don't want that.
Respect, coach. Respect. I have a question that's on the comments. Are you good on time for a quick question from the comments?
Yeah, let's go.
Corey and I were talking about this before we went live, and we wanted to hear your perspective. And if it's something you don't want to talk about, that's cool. But Lukey Boxing asked, can you talk about the story of being a single father who raised multiple children? I'm curious to hear the story with your boxing background. And Io wanted to talk about that too.
Yeah. No, I never have a problem talking about it. I'm very proud of it. That's what made me everything I am to this day. I had my kids young. I had my oldest son. That's who just called me. My oldest son just called me. I have my oldest son at 15 years old. He'll be 31 tomorrow. His birthday tomorrow. He'll be 31 tomorrow. I just turned 46
Wasn't
in
us
May.
your age, coach. You just told us your age.
Uh,
You just told us your age that quick.
That's good shit. 15 years old.
yeah,
15
15.
years old, coach.
Yeah. And look, I'm 40. I'm 40. I just turned 46 in May, and my son will be 31 tomorrow.
Damn. That's dope, man. That's tight.
So yeah, that's who just called me. But yeah, he 31. I got a 29-year-old daughter. I had two at 17. And I had my other daughter. She'll be 28 in November. I had her at 18, so that's 3 at 18. Supposed to have one more, didn't have that one. Then I had Lil B, Brian Norman Jr. at 21. So I had 4 kids at 21. Me got the same woman. So it was me and the same woman. Me and both, all of them, me and all of them got the same mama. So we went to about 05, had some problems. We broke up. She met an Army guy. I was all about my kids. I took care of the kids. I kept the kids. I kept them the whole time. She moved around Texas, California, and Virginia or somewhere. Now she live in Alaska. So she live in Alaska. So they didn't really see her that much or whatever else. Which I'm not being funny. It helped me out with B. It helped me out with training Brian to be who he is today. Training him. I mean, you got to train some of the qualities out of him. I'm not saying that to be funny. I'm just saying in this game, you got to train some qualities out of him. And I was hardcore. I was tough, a lot tougher than I am now. Because life make you soft. Grandkids make you soft. Because I got 4 grandkids now. You know what I'm saying? So I got softer as time go. But I was strong enough to get him to where he is now. So I had him since, like I said, 05. He was 4 years old. So B was 4 years old when I started raising him by myself. Pretty much all the way to now, because their mama still live there, but they all grown. But they don't live with me no more. 2 of them came back to live with me just recently, but B don't live with me, and his 29-year-old sister don't live with me.
Coach, how tough was that for you, Coach? Being that
My bad.
young.
I forgot. My bad. I got to skip that. My bad. I had a full-time job. I worked at AT&T. I worked at AT&T. I was a top technician. I was 21 years old. I was a high school dropout, but God gave me that or whatever. So I got a job. So I've been cool, and we haven't struggled since I was 21. We struggled from 15 to 21, like bad. Like,
Who knows?
living in my mama's basement, the whole 9. And in fact, B is the one that made me level my life up, because I was about to have it was August 2000. B was born November 2000. August 2000, I didn't have a GED. I had dropped out of high school. I'm in my mama's basement. I'm like, shit, I got to do something with my life. So I'm making $9.36 an hour. I'm not exaggerating. I know exactly what I made. I'm making $9.36 an hour living in my mom's basement with 3 kids and my baby mama. So I'm like, bro, I can't fucking live like this and I'm going to have another baby. Like, I can't, this what I'm going to get. So I said, okay, well, the first thing first, I need to get GED first. So I get my GED in August. My buddy works at it was Bell South at the time. My buddy worked at Bell South. They had a big hiring thing going on. He taught me some basic electronics, electricity, and he taught me some formulas. Bro, your boy went in there and passed tests that motherfuckers in technical school wasn't passing. You know what I'm saying? He gave me a study guide. I got all the formulas and shit down. I mastered the formulas, just pretty much how you make shit work. You get what I'm saying? So I pretty much mastered that within like literally a couple weeks. I just stayed up day and night when I was at work. I worked overnight, studied my ass off. I ended up getting that fucking job in B was born in November. I got the job in January the 18th, 2001. So B was born November 2000. I got the job at AT&T, Bell South, January 18, 2001. And shit, my life been all the way up since then.
What's up, dog?
But it's unusual though, right? When you see men, raising their kids, it's just the percentage isn't high, right? It's not high. That's why I salute you. I salute my boy JJ, salute
You do that.
myself,
Good job, big dog. You on that? That's what's up, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, so that's the thing right there, Coach. How tough was that for you though, Coach? Because you got 4 kids, right? And I'm not gonna get into the reasons, but you got them by yourself.
Right.
How tough was that? From 15 to 21, like
the 15 to 21 was that was the most memorable part. That was the most memorable part because that was a struggle. I understand why people say like it's a lot. you can remember more in the struggle. When it became easy and it became like I was just breezing by, which I did, it happened that way. When it came that way, it got a little fuzzy. You feel what I'm saying? Because it was day in, day out, day in, day out. Now you ask me how did I do it? What I did was I didn't think about it. Just like I didn't think about the Greg Hackett fight, just like I don't think about nothing else. Like I gotta go do some shit right now. I don't think about it. So JJ, if you're a father right now, you understand you can't sit and wonder what I need to do. I just go do it. Like I said, I believe in God faithfully. So I believe as long as I do my part, everything else falls into place because that's where it always been. You feel what I'm saying?
Salute, Coach. And man, Coach, we appreciate you sharing that. You know, sometimes you won't get personal, but man, and Lukey says the same thing. He just commented, more people need to hear it. That's a hell of a story, you know?
Appreciate it.
Most time dudes get shit on, dads get shit on, husbands get shit on. So we need to take a second and honor the dads and the people who are doing the shit they're supposed to do. So we appreciate
you know what I got to say about that? You know what I got to say about that, man? What I got to say about that is actually most of the guys I know, and I don't hang with people at all, but most of the guys I know and that I affiliate with and that I like fuck with on a personal level, we kind of all like that. You know what I'm saying? Now, they all got their women in life and they don't do what I do, but we all like really wholeheartedly down for our kids. Huh?
You say they don't do what you do. I was just being messy.
No. I mean, what I meant was they don't do what I do, meaning right raising their kids by themselves. They did have their women in their life, but they all about their kids. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I never dealt with dudes that like you ain't gonna be around me, and I know you got kids somewhere. But you don't never talk about your kids. You ain't never taking them to no football games. You ain't gonna be my we ain't partners. You feel what I'm saying?
Hey, me and my partner JG, who's been my partner for a long time, like I don't care what you got to do, you know, because you better do whatever you got to do to take care of your kids. If you a dude and you got kids and you around me, like I smoke weed. Niggas who don't take care of their kids can't hit my blunt, Coach. I'm sorry. Get your bitch ass up.
That's what I'm saying. Listen, man. It's so basic to me. That's exactly how I am, bro. I'm like, how the fuck can you afford a goddamn? You talking to me about your kids and shit? You over there smoking weed? I don't smoke weed. Look, bro, I don't smoke or drink because it's. I mean, look, I ain't even forgetting all that. I don't smoke or drink. I never have. I drink. I drink sometimes for the hell of it, just if I ain't driving. I don't drink and drive, but I'm always driving, so I ain't never really drink. You feel me? That's a whole other story. That's a whole other story. But bottom line is, I'm with you. Niggas who be buying weed and doing all that and spending money on women and shit like that, bro. Your kids, I know your kids fucked up. You ain't hanging with me. You know what I'm saying? We ain't rocking like that.
Hell yeah, Coach. I know we appreciate you. It's late, especially you on the East Coast. Thank you. Hey, before we leave though, can you give us thoughts on Canelo Crawford real quick?
Man, I got Crawford, man, all day, man. I ain't losing no more money on Crawford. I done lost 2 bets on Crawford. I ain't fucking with Crawford no more.
You gonna lose this time, Coach. Canelo, I got Canelo. Canelo gonna rip him up.
You can have it. I ain't losing no more money. I ain't losing no more money betting against
Coach,
Crawford.
Coach, you know weight classes mean something, but okay, all right.
No.
They like Canelo just another regular guy. Like this not Canelo.
Listen to me. At 168, Canelo is not knocking shit out. At 168, the Canelo is not a big guy. At 168, Canelo is still 5'7". Canelo just
Crawford is though,
huh?
Crawford is a dude. Look, average at best against
no. It's like you take it. You can look at it like this. You can look at, and I keep pointing to this to certain people. You look at what Lamont Roach did. You look at what Shakur Stevenson do. When you stand in the pocket and you stand close to a fighter, you can really. Let me shut the hell up. I ain't gonna tell y'all nothing. You got it.
No, all right. We're gonna see. We're gonna see. But see, I tell people how Crawford is, right? People think Crawford just gonna change overnight to who. No, Crawford is a guy. You hit him, he want to get his punch back, and that's when that left hook or that counter punch gonna put him on the canvas.
You said the same thing about Greg Hackett, dog.
No, I ain't say Greg Hackett was gonna knock out Coach. No, Coach. No, real talk, Coach. I'm gonna be honest with you, Coach. With us knowing about your history, you fighting, and you not really be able to take no punches, Like, coach, like that was just hard for me.
But it
I mean, it
doesn't.
was
It does.
hard.
But you're not looking at what I'm looking at.
But
Listen to me. Listen to me. Listen to me. This ain't even no shade to Greg Hackett. You don't be in boxing. You don't be around boxing as long as I am and as long as I have. And I know some shit. That's my thing. Like you
so you
gotta
telling
know.
me your family wasn't worried about you getting in that fight?
This
They
what it
ain't gonna
was.
tell you. They ain't gonna tell you.
No,
They
they
ain't gonna
did.
tell you.
Nobody was with it. Nobody was with it except my boys. Nobody but my sons. When I told my mama, she was tripping. When I told everybody told my homeboys, they were like you can sit on their like, what the hell? Whoa.
I
Like,
Yeah.
thought they,
no.
boy, I thought they was gonna jump Greg Hackett for a minute,
No,
man.
no, no, no,
I
we
know.
don't.
I'm just, no,
Yeah,
I'm just,
yeah. No, we don't get
okay.
that. Hey, yeah, no. That's what I was trying to tell them Philly boys. We don't do it. We don't do it. No, I don't. Listen, man. I'm a soloist, bro. When you see me or you see my boy, we solo. You know what I'm saying? If you see me in the corners when we there, that's my other son with me. It's his manager with him a lot of time, or his other manager with him a lot of times, and it might be like a coach. And but like I have a very small circle. I don't hang with people, bro. We ain't gonna have no entourage. Well, I don't have people around me like that. So ain't nobody
And that's
jumping
good.
nobody for nobody. I got partners that I deal with, but we deal with each other from over here. What's up, big dog? That way we keep everything, kosher, everything good. They my people.
Now, this is my last thing I got for you, coach. Now, please don't take this no certain type of way.
I ain't gonna take it nowhere.
Respect, no respect to you, right?
Yeah,
Because you is the root of the fruit who Brian Norman Jr. is, right?
right.
When did you have to admit, hello, coach?
Hey, Mark.
When, coach,
Yeah.
when did you have to admit that he was a better fighter than you?
So I got to give this first one. I done told this story before. I give you this one, but I ain't gonna say better at the time. So at 16, he hit me harder than I ever been hit in my life, and I'm telling you the truth. And that's dealing with my problem, not dealing with anything, and that's with a head get on. So I couldn't hit him. I couldn't hit him hard. I was just working him, and he did some shit. And I slipped the punch. I slipped the punch and came back, and he hit me right behind my ear, bro. It took. He hit me harder than I ever been hit in my life. You feel what I'm saying? It sent something through me I ain't never had. It messed me up for like the next 3 days. I was getting up, falling to the window every morning.
No,
Like,
no,
it's crazy.
Damn.
no. I wasn't talking about like you and
I
them
know what you're
sparring.
saying. Let me finish. I got you. So fast forward. He was better than me around that I knew, and I had to admit it about a year later, about when he went pro. I was 17, about 17, maybe a little bit before that. Before he went pro, he was in the gym doing shit. I was like, yeah, I couldn't do that.
Damn.
I was like, yeah, I couldn't do that.
That's credit to you though, right? Because see, like you gotta understand, you had to come up the harder way, right? And
Yeah,
that's facts. You understand that, right? So
yeah, absolutely.
you knew how to bring your son up correctly,
Yes,
like the way you didn't get brought up,
yeah,
like you could have been brought. Like respect to everybody who brought you up. I'm not dissing them or nothing because you only got what you got. But
right.
after you going through what you went through, you was able to bring your son
Well,
up the
see,
correct way.
that's a whole separate story of his own, but I ain't finna get into. But yeah, no, that's a lot. I came up a very hard way in boxing and life and everything I did. Sometimes it was because of my own, my own ignorance, arrogance, whatever, confidence, whatever you want to call it. And sometimes it was because of that was just the way the fruit, that was the way the shit fell off the tree. But it's all good. Either way it go, it created who my son is today. My son is, let's be real. My son is rich at 24 years old. You feel what I'm saying? Shit, I'm 46. I still don't consider myself rich. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm. Hell yeah, man. That's what's
So
up,
I
man.
mean, what can I say? I'm proud. I'm proud of him. I'm proud to be a part of it. You know what I'm saying? I'm proud of the man that he become. I'm proud. I mean, y'all talk to him, so you see how mature he is. Like I kept him. That was another thing that just real quick. That was another thing that the difference between my oldest son, the 31-year-old, and that's my oldest son, 31, and my youngest son is B, 24 years old. So the mistake I made of him at 15, we growing up together as my partner. I fucked around and made the mistake of letting him loose. Damn, I'm supposed to be stopping cussing. I made the mistake of letting him loose away from me at 16. Cause I said to myself, okay, you 16 now. That's about when I was raising kids. I'm woo. I got 2 kids. You know what I'm saying? I made the mistake of letting him go. then some of that street stuff got in him, but thank God the foundation that I put in him got him right back. You know what I'm saying? But he did head that way for a minute. You feel what I'm saying? But it did get him back or whatever. But with B, I kept him under my wing until like 21, 21, 22. You know what I'm saying? So like I kept him. He kept trying to fly. No, you ain't flying. Get your butt back over here. You know what I'm saying?
No, big time.
He was begging to get away from me. No, you ain't going nowhere. Come on back.
No, man. And look at y'all now, man.
Yeah. I think I let him go at 21 or I think it was 21. I think he left at 21 or 22.
That was
something
tough
like that.
though, wasn't it, Colin? I tell you, it was tough though, wasn't it?
It was very tough. But he was a lot more mature. He was a lot more mature.
My boy right here, shout out to him real quick. You know, he got a son from to go to the University of Texas. Shout out to JT.
Congratulations, bro. Shout out. Straight up, man.
So I know what he's going through right now.
You JJ.
No, JJ.
Congratulations, JJ. That's what's up, dog. That's what's up.
I know what he's going through right now, how he feel about his son finna take this next step to one of the best colleges in the world, bro. So I understand how hard that was for you.
Yeah. Hey, man, look, all you can do is depend on what you put in him. Like I said, back to the basics of what I said. And all you can do is what you can do. You did your part. I did what I could do. I prayed about it. I honestly meant it. God know what I want. God know what I wanted. You know what I'm saying? So all I can do is what I can do. He gonna always need your guidance. They always need your guidance. Like my son, 31, just called me just now. He needs something now. They always need your guidance. So that ain't gonna never stop. You know what I'm saying? As long as you on earth, they're gonna always need your guidance. So, you're gonna have to guide them here and there. But for the most part, the biggest problems of it, to be real with you, like straight up, JJ right now, if you don't know if this your first son going to college, keep him away from the women right now, bro. Like that ain't, man, look. That ain't it. No, real talk. That ain't it. Like straight up, I tell my kids, my even my youngest daughter, my kid, I look, bro, you do what you got to do right now at this young age, and you can do whatever you want for the rest of your life. And there's no use in crowding your life with kids. Like B, 24, no kids, he ain't got no thoughts of being kid. I told him to keep your life simple. You feel what I'm saying?
But see, he getting this new celebrity to him. I know, see, because we can keep you on here forever.
We don't care about that.
Yeah, I hear you don't care about it when the money starts flowing.
We don't care about
that. I'm just saying, Coach. Like, he's 24 years old. This dude is a millionaire. He's going to a different level.
I hear you, but you ain't hearing me. I'm telling you, B don't care about that. B don't trust nobody. B came from me. I don't trust nobody. B don't trust nobody enough. He didn't look. No, listen. He was at the point. Again, this is what I put in him. He was at the point. He started bringing some girls to the house, right? I had to kind of put a cap on that because when my daughters used to live with me, I didn't know my daughter bring no man to no house. Mm-hmm. So, I could really, again, he the youngest. So they was asking that question. Oh, you let him bring a girl up? You know what I'm saying? With those, so I was like, look, y'all need to do me a favor. Like, we got to, you can sneak them in, but, I can't just let them come in and out, right? But then at the same time, I look, bro, you really don't want these women to know where you stayed anyway. You feel what I'm saying? He had a situation happen to him where a woman tried. Look, anyway, he done had situations. B don't trust. No, I'm telling you, B don't trust nobody.
No, trust me, I know. Yeah. I used to work with this woman. I ain't gonna mention no name, right? But this dude she had been messing with him. She told me, I couldn't believe it, that she had been messing with him since this young age. He was 19, about to go play pro basketball, bro, and she groomed him. And they talk about she groomed him.
Yeah.
Groomed him.
Yeah.
Coach, before we let you go, man, I don't know if you heard whenever you were sending the video, but Jake Donovan was tuned in. He had some great things to say about you. He said he admires the way you carry yourself, and I want to make sure you know that a lot of boxing sees you that way. I know you're always just coming in here talking shit.
Hey, thank you. Thank you. Hey, thank you. I appreciate it. But you got to meet. I gotta meet it. You know what I'm saying? Look, let me tell you though. Yeah, here's what you gotta understand. Like, I need the negativity. I need that energy. You know what I'm saying? Like I thrive off of. Listen to me, y'all don't even know. Listen to the chat, to the people who see me right now, who gonna see this video. Understand what I do sometimes. I will need the energy, and I will Google my son's name, and I will go through each YouTube video. It's a true story. And I will go, even if it's an old video, so y'all know I'm not lying. You can go back through it, you can see it, you can check the date of the last time I posted. It might be today. You feel what I'm saying? I will go through, I will find some negativity, and I would come. It's not, let me make this clear first of all, too. It's not that you can't have a negative opinion of my son. It's about what you say. I'm not just gonna say Devin Haney gonna win. Okay, cool. Say gonna win. Now, when you start saying stuff like T.O. gonna win, like when those comments was out, I'm coming for you. I'm like, too bad T.O. don't believe that because T.O. won't fight us. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna come out with the truth then. But if you say Devin Haney gonna beat me, you entitled to that opinion. If you say Devin Haney gonna beat him because he got slow feet, I'm gonna be like, when you seen him with, I might say when you seen him with slow feet. I'm just gonna, all I'm gonna do is react and respond to stuff that I can prove wrong. You know what I'm saying? But your opinion is your opinion. You can have your opinion all day. I never came back on here and said nothing to y'all about y'all thinking Greg Hackett gonna win or what. I ain't never said nothing about that. You feel what I'm saying?
No, and that's what I respect about you, Coach, because it was never nothing personal, right? Because I just, I didn't know, Coach. You've been out and then, you even honest with yourself. You say you didn't know if you could take a punch. And when you telling me that leading up to the fight, I'm like, okay, all right. But Coach, listen, I'm telling you.
I'm a realist, man. I'm a realist. I keep it real at all times. I don't know no other way.
I know we gotta let you go now. If you say, now I'm just telling you what people saying, and this is the last time. You saying you don't care what people saying, right? But people saying Brian Norman, he's so muscular, like Devin Haney gonna, work him over. I mean, not work him over, but let him throw a lot of punches for the first 6 rounds, then take advantage of him on the back end of the fight. Is that stupid of people to say?
Good luck with that. That's what I say about that. Good luck.
Well, as of that, we'll appreciate you.
All right, Coach Corey, man. We kept you up a little late, but we appreciate you, dog. If we don't talk to you before the fight, good luck. We happy for you. We rocking with you, man. So thanks for joining us again, Coach.
Oh, we're going to call Brian. We got to get Brian before he get in training, Brian Jr., before he get in training camp.
Yeah, reach out to him because a lot of people are reaching out. If he see who y'all are, he might reach back. But there's been a lot of people reaching out to me and him. So reach out to him on your reach out to him on your own. I know he mess with y'all, so he'll probably respond.
All right, Coach. We appreciate you, man. Okay. You have a great night, sir.
Right, okay.
Later, Coach.
Well, man.
Always great interview with Coach, isn't it?
Man, I'm telling you, JJ, like, I like Coach, and I think his son is the favorite. But this mental war with Bill Haney, that Bill Haney know how to play, and he know how to play it real well, right? And Coach throwing the firearm, saying this is gonna be easy.
No, yeah, that was crazy, man.
And I respect that though, but he's saying easy, right? And I like Coach though, and like I said, I do think I got Brian Norman Jr. winning this fight. I do. I'm like you, JJ. I think, like he said, he should have put him in a couple of fights. I think this is gonna be by knockout, JJ, in a vicious way. I'm with you on that, and that's the stand I'm on the whole way.
And it ain't a knock on Devin, like I said, like people got to be able to have these conversations. You got to pick somebody, like shit. You got 2 great youngsters, great champions. And it's just when you look at what have you done for me lately, when you look at what their strengths compared to their weaknesses are, man, I just have a hard time. I think Devin's in his own head. I think this fight would be great if both of them were prime, but Devin's in his own head and like shit, like damn. So we'll see. Great opportunity for the Norman family, bro. So yeah, I'm excited about the fight. It's a loaded ass card. We'll talk about the card down the road.
Ain't you excited like the landscape change and we getting away from a lot of the fighters of yesterday who was still here, and we coming into these new fights, bro. I love it. That's
Brian Norman doing amazing.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, I'm with it, bro. I'm with it.
Kid Austin, don't call it a comeback after that big win he just had.
Yeah, it's a breath of fresh air in the sport right now. But all right, Io, much thanks to Brian Norman Sr. and episode 98 wrapping up. Anything you want to close out with, my boy?
Man, salute, like, comment, subscribe, share, tell a friend to come holler at us at the Spit Bucket Podcast.
All right, we out.
This is JJ Solomon.
This Ray Bradshaw, Mr. IOTBA. Mr. New Boys can't touch me on my worst day. This is the Spit Bucket Podcast.